I'm joined in the studio now by Michael Stevens. He is the Deputy Director of the Royal United Services Institute here in London. Thanks very much for being with us. What is the central message from this footage?
Well, it seems like ISIS have, or the Islamic State, have decided to send a message to the Western world. You have attacked us, you have taken military action against us, and we're going to retaliate, and we're going to make it painful for you. And those people that we have in our custody now are in grave danger because of what you've done. So it's there's some politics going on here. It's a message of deterrence, it's a message of defiance, and it's up the ante a little bit because this is the first time that we've seen an action like this against a Western journalist. We've obviously seen it, unfortunately, against many Iraqis, many Syrians, but of course this is a political statement.
And the man that appears in the video alongside James Foley has a fluent English-speaking accent. Authorities are investigating his identity. Linguistic experts are trying to identify where he's from. Why use a British man? Why have him involved?
Yeah, I think it was designed to make sure that the message got to the intended audience. And if you're sending a message to Barack Obama, it helps if you do it in fluent English. Not only that, it's part of a very complicated and well thought out media strategy that ISIS have engaged in, one of which, of course, is to use social media, Twitter, Facebook, even Instagram, and they've also understood the idea of having media officials. We've seen that in the Vice documentary, that ISIS has a media office, and this is all part of this sort of slick campaign to send messages out to the West, also to say to Muslims living in Western countries that, you know, you're now under attack as well, because this is about all Muslims. It's not just about ISIS, it's about all Muslims, so your lot is best served by coming to us. It's a recruiting tool, and it makes them look more powerful. So,
How effective is it likely to be as a recruitment tool? Because something like this is likely to appeal to a very small group of individuals.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, look, your average person on the street is not going to be wonderfully enthused by someone who cuts people's heads off. I don't see why they think this is a successful tool. I think there's a bit of confusion in the message. I mean, what I would say is that Foley was in ISIS custody for nearly 2 years, and now they've taken this decision to not execute but murder him. And I think there was a bit of a rush decision there. I don't think this is going to appeal to the vast majority of people in the Western world, or indeed in other Muslim countries who might be thinking of joining ISIS. In fact, it's probably going to be a deterrent, but it shows you that I think they've rushed the decision.
And you mentioned quite rightly that James Foley was held by the group for 2 years. What do you make then of the timing of his murder coming, perhaps, of course, the group Islamic State said that it was in response to US airstrikes in Iraq. Does it show perhaps that they are a little bit on the back foot? We know that they've been losing territory in northern Iraq to Kurdish fighters.
Yeah, I think they have. You know, it's directly correlated to the fact that yesterday they tactically withdrew, which means they lost essentially and had to pull out of the area around Mosul Dam. And this is a way of striking back very quickly, of saying, actually, we still have the resources necessary to fight this battle against you. We've got leverage that we can use, and this is not over yet, and it's going to get more serious and more painful for the West.
Michael Stevens, thank you.
Thank you.